There are mysteries in this world that investigators can't explain, governments avoid discussing, and ordinary people fear even mentioning. From planes disappearing mid-air without a trace, to entire families vanishing inside their own homes, to forests where police officers swear they saw something non-human watching them. These stories remain unsolved decades later, yet new clues keep emerging. Tonight, we dive into 5 of the most chilling mysteries that continue to haunt investigators and terrify anyone who dares to look deeper. Watch until the end, because each case becomes stranger than the last, and you may notice connections the authorities have overlooked. This is not just a list, it's an unfolding puzzle. Let's begin. On a quiet evening in 1993, air traffic controllers in Caracas detected something impossible. A radar signal matching a passenger aircraft model that had disappeared in 1956. The transponder codes matched exactly. An old Douglas DC-4 that vanished over the Bermuda Triangle with 47 passengers on board. When the plane descended, the tower watched in disbelief. It landed shakily, as if the pilots had never encountered modern runways before. When airport police approached the aircraft, they saw terrified faces pressed against the windows, men and women dressed exactly as they had been in the 1950s. But the most disturbing part? The moment the doors were opened, the passengers stepped out into the blinding light, and eyewitnesses say the entire aircraft and its passengers dissolved into a white vapor that drifted away with the wind. Only one object remained on the runway, a passenger manifest dated 1956. No bodies, no wreckage, no explanation. Scientists later suggested time slip phenomena, while others blamed military experimentation. Some believe the plane flew through a rift in time, returning decades later only for reality to reject it. The mystery remains open. In 2018, a family of 4 disappeared from their remote lakeside cabin without any sign of struggle. Their car remained parked, food was still cooking on the stove, and a board game was mid-play on the table, as if everyone stood up and walked outside together. Investigators found nothing unusual until they discovered a weather-damaged video camera lying near the forest line. Inside the camera was one 14-minute recording. The footage starts with the family laughing during dinner, but then a strange rhythmic humming sound appears from outside. The father walks out first, then the mother, then the children, each reacting as though they were hearing something calling them. The video ends abruptly with the camera falling into the dirt, facing the trees. And in the last 2 seconds, barely visible, a tall, thin shadow moves across the frame. No bodies, no prints, no tracks. The case is still open, and the forest is now avoided by locals. In northern Europe lies a forest with an alarming number of missing person reports. Police patrol the area during the day, but officers refuse to enter after sunset due to what they describe as unexplainable encounters. Multiple officers reported hearing whispers behind their shoulders when no one was there. Others saw human-shaped silhouettes weaving between trees faster than any person could move. The most disturbing case came from a pair of officers who responded to a distress call deep within the woods. The caller's voice sounded terrified, claiming something was chasing him. When the officers arrived, they found the man's phone still recording, lying in the grass. But the man himself was gone. The audio analysis of his final breaths revealed multiple overlapping voices whispering in different languages. Experts tried to replicate the sounds but failed. After that night, more than half the police force refused future forest patrols. To this day, the area remains one of Europe's most unexplained danger zones. In 1997, a small desert town was found completely abandoned. Hundreds of people vanished without a single sign of evacuation. Meals still hot on tables, lights on, pets wandering streets, and a school bus parked with its doors open. The only clue was a string of radio reports from the night before, residents describing low-frequency vibrations shaking the ground. When investigators analyzed the town's broadcast system, they found one eerie recording stored in the emergency alert files. It contained a noise resembling a deep metallic rumble, followed by what sounds like distant human screams echoing under the ground. Geological experts found no signs of earthquake activity. The military denied involvement. Satellite images from that night showed a strange, dome-shaped heat signature covering the entire town for 6 minutes. Then suddenly it vanished. To this day, no resident has ever been found. A scientific expedition into the Arctic vanished in 2004. Their last transmission reported lights in the sky moving against the wind and large silhouettes circling the camp. When rescuers arrived weeks later, the tents were shredded, but the cuts appeared to come from the inside. Footprints in the snow ended abruptly, as if the team stepped into thin air. The only surviving evidence was a frozen audio recorder. The final 11 seconds are chilling. A deep humming vibration, snow crunching, and a voice whispering, "It's above us." The government classified the case immediately, and families were told the expedition died in a storm. But leaked photographs show massive circular patterns burned into the ice, larger than any known aircraft. These mysteries remain unsolved, yet each contains clues hinting at something far beyond our understanding. Disappearances without footprints, aircraft returning decades later, forests that swallow voices, entire towns vanishing under a mysterious dome, and Arctic encounters erased from history. The question isn't whether these events happened, the evidence is undeniable. The real question is, who or what is behind them? And how many mysteries are still hidden from the world? The deeper you search, the stranger the truth becomes.